I've never been in that building since they've been a winning franchise.
Yeah.
All right. I've never seen every seat filled, everybody hype. Honestly, there wasn't many Packers fans in there. The difference, though, it felt the damn same. All right. Now, we barely get that win last week. We were here for Gillies for that. Comeback fashion, overtime against a team that we should have beaten, the Giants. This Packers team, they start our year off making us not thankful, and then they give us this Thanksgiving here where we're so frustrated. This is the first time they've gotten us both times in a long, long time, and all of a sudden, it feels like the pendulum in the North has all of a sudden shifted, KG. How worried are you about this 7-5 Detroit Lion team after this loss?
I definitely think it's okay to have concern at this point. Once again, panic is different. I'm not going to throw this team in the trash, but today hurts because I think the NFC North is probably shot at this point. You're going to have to do some work to make sure that you make the playoffs. Now you're in a pool of teams that are, all competing for a low number of spots, man. It's not going to be a lot of spots available.
We're there with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah,
KG.
man, it's tough. I saw them in the hunt, bro. I never thought I'd see Lions in the hunt, especially while this team has been in this iteration. But you had chances in this ball game, man, and it was just poor execution. You started off the game offensively kind of just not in rhythm, a little bit like a daisical. Defensively, they showed up, but then in the second half, it was kind of like the reverse of that. And I know Jeff's going to get into it a little bit. The refs did play a small factor in this game. It's hard to say that they didn't, but at the same time, when you hold a team to a certain standard that you hold the Lions to at this point, you have to play above that. And when the opportunities came, the execution, once again, continues to be a problem for this team going forward, man.
All right. So let's just back up for a second because we got plenty negative to focus on here.
Yeah.
What are y'all thankful for today with this Lions team, despite the loss, despite the way it went, 7-5? What are you thankful for? KG, I'm starting with you.
Well, it's Thanksgiving. I mean, I hate to bury the lead, but Frank Ragnow coming back to this team is going to be absolutely huge. I do want to give credit to Tristan Colon today because he started off the game a little bit sloppy, but as the game went along, he got better and better and better, filling in at that center position. But we all know that Frank Ragnow, even with taking time off, is still probably one of the best centers in the National Football League. He's rested, he's healthy, and he wants to come back to this Lions team. They can use him right now because, Graham Glasgow didn't play today. Brock Wright got injured as well. This Lions offense, man, they need bodies at this point.
They kind of looked afraid to run up the middle.
No, of course.
He will change that.
It's just tough to do, man, especially you had your veteran in Graham Glasgow who has been, in that position all season long. He's missing today. So I commend the effort that they gave in the second half because you got to give them credit. The offensive line gave Jared Goff a lot of time to be able to, get on target and start hitting some of those passes. But overall, you like the –
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Overall, you like the prospect that Frank is coming back to this lineup because they need him now more than ever.
All right, Jeff, what are you thankful for today?
I'm thankful that this team has, a young core to continue to build around. Because now we're in a situation – no.
Oh, no.
You're not already thinking about next year, are you?
No.
Listen, this team obviously needs help, okay? And it's help that we're not going to be getting this season. Frank Ragnow is not enough. Does he help with an issue that we have? Yes. But now you see Amon-Ra going down, and I'm going to say it. Jared Goff,
that's a big one.
He's scared. He's scared to just – sometimes
he had a lot of drops today, though, man.
But
again,
sometimes
3 straight weeks with drops.
But sometimes you just got to get – sometimes you just need to put your receiver in position to make a good play.
You mean like on 4th down when J-Mo dropped that one?
What about when Isaac Tesla's freaking down the middle of the field on the sideline and he's wide open and he doesn't throw it?
So wait,
or what about when he's cutting across the field?
So you're thankful for the guys
touchdown?
under 30, not the guys north of it.
I just think that this team, they missed a lot of opportunities to win the game this week.
Yeah, I think they lost.
There was a lot of stuff. It wasn't just Jared Goff. I'm not going to blame it just on him. It's also on Dan Campbell. But I am thankful that this team has a young core that they can. We can still be happy as Lions fans, knowing that, okay, number one, we still have a winning record. There is still a chance to make the playoffs, but execution has to be, at an all-time high moving forward.
Real quick, I'm out of here. Happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you guys. There's still a chance. We're not dead yet. All right.
Spenny, real quick, what are you thankful for today on this Lions team, even after 7-5?
For this Lions team, I'm thankful for the coverage that we have here on Woodward Sports of this Lions team and the fans and the boys, man. I appreciate you guys more than you know.
Love you, bud.
Happy Thanksgiving. Love you guys. Have a great night. It's all right. It's football.
And I'm going to take that segue and say what I'm thankful for today is actually my man Sam Day, our fearless leader Stick, giving us this whole amazing Woodward Sports to be able to be downtown and be doing things like we are today. But guys, he took me to the game today, right?
Yeah,
he gets
me and
some
him are
tickets
gonna have to
last
have a
minute.
conversation.
Listen, well, for 5.5 years we haven't been able to go because of these post games,
Yeah.
But guys, it was so funny. We're down there, and he goes, "That's Jared Goff. Jared Goff right there." I've never seen him in person throughout the whole game. Wait.
I'm mad this is
Jared
Ance's
Goff right
first
there.
game experience since 2017. I'm mad this is the one.
And again, it's so frustrating going into that building and be like, holy shit. I was a little overwhelmed at first, man. I was almost brought to tears because you wanted this for this team so badly. You've wanted this spectacle and to be truly the 12th man that it's come to be known as. But it felt the same. It felt the same from the get. Like, we couldn't stop them. The only 3 and out we had on them was their last, meaningful possession before they were trying to grind out.
Yeah.
But I got to say, I was a little disappointed in Lions fans today. Go green.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
so I was a little disappointed about in our fans today in the fact that critical downs when they felt like we had actually kind of gotten back into it, they were there. But in the third quarter, when we really needed the crowd to be loud, they were just waiting for it to happen. And I think that there's still a lot of that doubt that's lingering in the behind, back of the minds of so many of these long-time Lion fans. The guy behind us, every time something will go bad, he's like, "All right, ladies, you ready to go?" Talk to his family. Early third quarter. And I think that seeps in when you have your doubt. And this team is mired in doubt right now. But I got to say, man, and again, this is some Kool-Aid coming from the SOL guy, but this period right now, this struggle bus, figuring things out, and I know you said one man can't change it, but one man can mean so much to this offense.
Absolutely.
And if this offense starts clicking, they start getting the confidence of moving the line of scrimmage so that they can start utilizing Monty up the middle some more and prolonging these drives, taking some of the pressure off of this defense. Because like you guys said, the defense was good in the first half. Second half, they kind of fell apart. Wheels fell off.
It's hard, especially as a defense when you're on the field constantly, and you can't get off, and then your offense doesn't do you any favors. They get a 3 and out. Now your defense is tired,
and your coach isn't taking field goals.
It's a short week, and your coach is not taking field goals.
How'd you guys feel about that?
It was horrible. It's honestly
down 10.
Literally,
one of the times we can look at Dan Campbell and say, Dan Campbell, you made a mistake. You made a mistake.
Philly,
that should have been a kick.
And today, I feel like
you have to kick that field goal.
2 big coaching blunders, and does he have too much on his plate now? Because there was a time on a third down conversion that he was out of bounds. Dontavian Wicks had a foot out of bounds, and they didn't get a chance to review it because he's got too many things. I think he might have too much on his plate.
Yeah, a little bit of the clock management. Yeah, a little bit of the clock management toward the end of that fourth quarter too. A lot of fans was, saying what's going on with that. It could be a valid point.
It's what we focused on before the season started, and now it's manifesting the last few weeks.
And I understand fans being mad at the Philly game, and even that play there, the play was there. The play call wasn't necessarily bad. You got a bad drop from J-Mo, but literally before that play happened, Spinney asked, we taking the field goal here? And we all universally said yes, because you needed the 3 points at that point anyway. You got stopped. It's cool. It's early in the fourth quarter. Just take the 3 points. Let's see if we can get a defensive stop. And now you're looking at a 7-point game. Now, they kind of got to that, but the way they did it, you took a lot more time off the clock, and it set you back. So, it kind of sucks, man. I'm somebody that defends Dan Campbell's fourth downs a lot, and I still stick by, if that's who you are, then I can understand the philosophy. That particular call, I would have took the field goal in that situation.
All right, Jeff, fourth downs is one thing. How did you feel about the body of work offensive play calling today.
I mean, honestly, I feel like the offensive play calling was it had some moments of, like why are we doing this?
Quarter off. Quarter on, quarter off.
But you know what? For the most part, this offense it did its job as far as, especially in the second half, is battling. I feel like their coach kind of didn't help them. And like I said, you got to kick that field goal. I mean, they got you down into scoring range, kick the field goal. Now it's a one-possession game. Now there's 10 minutes left. You put a little bit more pressure on the Packers. You never know what that pressure may do. Does it make them crack? You don't know. There's a lot of things that we don't know now because we didn't do that.
Yeah, they need to elongate the game a little bit more. We don't have that dominant, high-octane offense that we've been known for the last 2 seasons where you can just strike and get back into a game.
We're missing key guys.
100%.
That's so important to
and
know.
Sometimes you got to scale back because of that.
You don't have Sam Laporta.
Well, and that's something we haven't talked about.
Yeah,
okay?
Amon-Ra going down.
We'll get to the Amon-Ra thing here now.
Huge.
All right, because
hopefully
I'm in that building. When he goes down, it was already kind of a back and forth game, but when he went down,
the energy
place was
deflated.
silent.
It
absolutely sucked it out.
It deflated here.
Oh, I bet. In here too, huh?
And it's tough because that's like, dang, like you seriously your number one receiver just went down. Not only is he a number one receiver, but he's a top 10 receiver in the NFL, and he just went down.
Well, and Lions fans get what they've been, careful what you wish for, okay? Because this was the opportunity to be the J-Mo game. Not the J-Mo game where he catches 4 balls for 180 and breaks some plays, but where he is leaned on to be the number 1 wide receiving target, and that's what he was here today. He played really, really good.
Did he have
until
one drop?
that fourth down?
Yeah,
the
drop was critical.
So critical.
Hey, shout out 26 fantasy points. Shout out my boy Cam from Atlanta. He been rocking with us all day.
Listen, you guys are amazing.
Appreciate
I just got to say, what Jared Goff is going to say at the end of the game, we didn't execute. And I think that's a big thing that he always says. At the end of the day, y'all got to make plays. J-Mo dropped the 4th down and 1.
Yeah.
J-Mo dropped the 4th down
and
1.
And Goff can look at himself, can he?
I don't want to take it. I don't want to take the light from KG. I don't want to take the light from KG because
that's impossible, my friend.
No. Y'all
he
doing
shines
y'all
on his own.
We love hearing from the fans.
That's right.
Yeah, it's to be honest with you, it's gonna come down to the wire. Dallas might get in. Bears are definitely not getting in. Bears are gonna get trumped at the end of the game. They play Eagles. They play us. They play Packers twice.
That's right.
You think they're gonna win both of those games?
I don't know, man.
No.
I don't know. Are you worried about the Lions missing the playoffs?
The Lions are definitely going to squeak in the playoffs. If they're the 6th seed is actually getting in the playoffs, I don't care. You're in there. You're in there. At the end of the day, you're in there.
Yeah, the Lions' schedule is tough, too.
The Lions' schedule is tough.
That's the big part.
We play Pittsburgh. We play the Cowboys. We play the Vikings. We play
the Bears.
The Bears. But at the end of the day, it's like, just get in there. Just make it.
I mean, yeah, you got to find a way to get in. You have to. And, you spoke about, Jared Goff, speaking on, the offense didn't execute. Well, he can blame himself on that, too. He didn't execute. He didn't make a couple throws that were absolutely necessary and he needed to make in order for this team to win. And it's him, it's Dan Campbell. There's a couple things that really hurt this team in pulling out a win here today on Turkey Day.
I think so. It's at the end of the day, execution is going to be the key factor of all this, and I think he had a lot of people in his face, and he gets razzled when people are in his face. When you get the pressure that he got, the people are just in your face constantly. He made the plays. He can throw the ball. He had people open. Gibbs was open. J-Mo was open. It's just putting your receivers in the position to make the plays.
Lions had one quarterback hit today. And listen, we know Goff struggles under pressure, but everybody does.
Right.
And we got no pressure the last 3 weeks, man. Well, because we're good. We're good, I heard. That's what I was told.
And I blame Brad Holmes up for that. Because the trade deadline was there, and you could have grabbed anybody.
I also blame
you could have
Brad
grabbed anybody
Holmes for giving us a
team.
team.
Nobody.
Listen, though, but remember, there was decades of Thanksgivings where we would have prayed to be 7-5, and Brad Holmes gave us that.
Yeah.
So let's pump
But
the
it's
brakes.
okay to- but it's
I'm
okay to be
blaming
critical.
Brad.
That's SOL and
No,
Sid
it's
saying
okay
that.
to be critical, though. It's
No,
okay.
for sure. He's not
It's
perfect.
okay
He's
to
not
say
perfect.
that he made a mistake
I'm
not
a
going to get
staunch
somebody.
Brad Holmes defender because he's the greatest GM we've ever had. Listen, you said it
He's
because
still-
Jared Goff
he's
says
still-
it,
he's
and
still
everyone else
great.
says it. You got to make plays.
He's still
and
great,
the
yes.
plays were out there today to be in overtime
And they
right
didn't-
now
and they didn't-
at the worst.
Not overtime.
True.
They could have won.
Well, that's what I'm saying. At worst, they should be in overtime right now, if not winning this game, because the Lions, in my opinion, can beat themselves more than anybody else can.
That's
this
a fact.
game was
And they
left
did-
on the
and they
field
did
in
beat
for
themselves.
today.
In a
Lions
game-
could have won this.
In a game where you don't have Amon-Ra, you don't have Sam Laporta. Man,
No,
and the game was
Amon-Ra,
there,
man,
and
and
the
they
game
still-
was
People
there.
have to step
the
up.
game was there to win, and you didn't
Tom
do
Kennedy
it. That's
stepped
tough.
Right.
up.
How
You know, a
about
lot of guys-
TK85,
He was.
man?
He
Yeah,
always
he
does,
did
man, for
step
like
up.
4 years
Ah,
now.
man.
How is he still with us?
They keep him on the
Nobody
practice
picking
squad.
him
He's a
up, man.
secret weapon, bro. He's a secret weapon.
he's
Other
gonna be
people
coach.
definitely have to step up, and at this point where
Yeah.
you see that people are going down, what time do you see that you have to step up? J-Mo has to make plays. Tesla has to make plays. I actually called it at the bar that, okay, we traded up for Tesla, and what is he doing? At that exact moment, he had a touchdown score.
Hey.
I was like, wait, that was
Right.
not on my bingo card.
We were sitting right next to
yeah.
his family, and his
Yeah.
family absolutely
And you know,
lit
it's
up,
crazy
man.
because that dude was open a lot.
No, he was.
He was open a lot.
You know what I noticed was there was a lot of second level, what looked like open receivers for Lions today that Jared Goff chose not to try to pass
And
to.
Anson-
Yeah.
Took a lot of the shorter stuff today.
Why is it that he doesn't make that throw?
This
Because he
offense
do-
felt like a much older iteration of the Lions.
Yeah.
Without Amon-Ra St. Brown there, now J-Mo becomes your possession receiver. Everything that you're going to, so you don't have anybody taking the top up.
But you
Everything
did.
after St. Brown left, everything was 10, 15 yards and in.
I mean, honestly, Anson, though, if you look at the way this offense is moving, they were moving the ball, and they had guys open.
But it was
Tesla
a bend,
was
don't
getting
break
open.
defensive day for the Packers. Once Amon-Ra was out, they're like, we're just going to keep you in front of us, and we'll give you little tiny plays. We're not giving you anything big. And unless it was Jameer or J-Mo being able to actually turn that little 4-yard pass or the shovel into something, which is what we saw happen 2 times in this
Right,
game.
right.
Without that, you just didn't have the playmaker. Monty wasn't getting off today. No
Yep.
Amon-Ra, like you said, no Laporta. Where the hell were you going to go? Packers knew where we were going to go today.
Right.
And that's it.
And
unless those guys were making game-breaking plays, they were able to beat us.
And on a day where Jared Goff was pressured for a good majority of that game, I don't want him taking those kind of risks because he's not confident in that type of ball.
And I think that's
I
what-
understand
but,
we
yeah,
all
coaching
want
staff
Goff to
agreed.
do stuff that he's not accustomed to doing, but I would much rather him not turn the football over and do what he did because they were still in this ball game, but it came down to the plays that you didn't get that really cost this team in the end. And it started with that bad start in the first quarter. The offense really could not get going. The offensive line was getting beat up. And it sets you back. And when you're chasing like that, 2 possessions most of the game, this is better. They're a better team than the Giants last week. You can't play that.
Hell yes.
We'll be down 2 possession game, and then, we'll pop up at the end, maybe get it to overtime. You can't do that with the Packers, man. And
you
it
can't
bit you in
dial
the
up
ass
easy
today.
scores against that
Yeah,
defense.
it bit you in the ass today.
But, KG, you said, this team, it did get off to a slow start. And, yes, you don't want Jared Goff to turn the ball over. But in order for this team to win playoff games, get to an NFC championship again, to win a Super Bowl, if that's what their goal is, he has to make those throws.
Yeah.
I
I
know.
received that.
Yes,
I received that.
It's risky, but you see every other quarterback around the league make those throws.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why you can't make those throws. It's in your mind. You're saying, I'm going to be cautious. I don't want to throw it.
I got to be
But-
honest, man. I think the game plan seemed conservative today.
It gets harder when you're missing his go-to target,
Exactly.
though.
And you're
like
missing 2 of
Amon-Ra
them.
missing is huge
Your
in this
whole
game.
middle of the field is gone.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
you got no Laporta, you've got no St. Brown. Everything that they was working was to the edges. They weren't even trying to run up the middle.
But when your receivers are open, you got to hit them. If Tesla's
Sure,
stepping up,
sure.
you got to hit him.
Yeah.
If
When
he's
you got
coming-
Parsons up in your ass,
But-
man,
but-
it's a little
but,
bit quicker.
I mean, but what
He
if-
was running for his life
But listen,
most of the day.
But listen, are we going to make an excuse that it's because Parsons was on him? Because we've seen other quarterbacks make throws when Parsons
listen,
or
I
other
Listen,
or
I
other
know
quarterbacks
you're one of
like
Easy's
Miles
best
Garrett
buddies,
or
all right?
Andrew.
And I know you're going to put this on Jared Goff.
Right.
How
Let me
about
ask you a
Jared
question.
Goff?
Let me ask you a
Double juke stick, 17-yard run.
No,
to
Jared
a
Goff
long
did make
gate.
some runs
Yes,
today.
he did.
Yeah,
He did make some
Right.
runs today, and that is very
Correction,
rare.
A-run.
A-run. But did he A-run?
Career high 14 yards for Jared
Right.
Goff,
Listen,
man.
did he miss Tesla twice on open
Hey, all right,
plays?
listen. Jared Goff's the quarterback we have, and he's a
does.
top 8 quarterback in
Right,
the league.
right.
And my
I
whole
wouldn't
life,
go that
we have
far.
not. I mean, outside of Matt Stafford, which
I'm
took
not
an
gonna-
0-16 season.
I'm not going to call him.
I mean,
I'm
look
not
at
gonna
the
call him top
statistics,
8.
brother.
I
He's
can't
a
do it.
surgeon.
I
To
can't
be
do
honest
it.
with you,
I can't
if
do
you
it.
give him enough time,
All right,
he will
all
make
right.
plays.
Let's play
He will
this
make
game.
plays.
Let's play this game. All right, Jeff. What is your road to the better quarterback, a top 5 quarterback? What's your road? How do you get one?
Answer. There isn't one.
Exactly. So you
But-
make do with what you have. And I'm going to tell you, as much as he might have missed a couple throws or chose not to go into that second level, he was let down by drops today. Much like he was last week, much like he was against Philly especially, all right? And then he's without his top 2 of 3 passing weapons. I thought he did a really commendable job. He didn't turn the ball over through the air. Now, that trick play where you're throwing it back to him and he's alligator arming it, not even looking. Like, listen, if you're going to play it conservative in a game that you're without your aces, take that shit and stuff it in your pipe of smoke. I want to see that play,
Listen,
man.
for why? I want to. Listen, KG. When I go back and I watch this film, because I am,
It's
Yeah,
going to be
because
all
I
Goff to
am.
him.
And boy, I got something for y'all on Monday.
and if I see,
Boy, wait till I watch
and
this
if
film.
I see somebody down that field streaking wide open, I'm just gonna put it out there and I'm gonna say, look at that. That's y'all quarterback.
KG,
Real quick, we got a
KG, I'm
super
going to hit
chat.
the sponsors, and then we'll get into the super chat
All
real
right, bet.
quick. Shout out to Gilly's. We are downtown on Woodward right now. We'll be here for another hour or so. Come down and join us if you're leaving the stadium. Of course, this is Jeff Walker. Cam, right?
Yeah.
And then KG, my name is Anson Wells. This is the Woodward postgame show. I got to give some love to our guy, MJ, down at Loom.
Shout out.
On 12 and Woodward, the Berkeley location. Me and Justin went down there yesterday, and they set us up so fat. And MJ's like, man, I know you guys from somewhere. And he's like, oh, yeah, I go home and catch Woodward
Best
all
in
the
the
time.
business.
So,
Best in the business.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And Loom is the best in the business, along with Mad Packs and Gold Crown. And we got one other one. Hit me with that. Who's our fourth?
Jars.
Jars. Shout out to
Jars,
Jars.
yep.
And then, of course, I'm walking through the stadium today. You know what was all over the place? Like it's all over our post-game and pre-game shows? These boys.
The
right
Sun
here.
Cruisers,
the
baby.
Sun Cruisers.
Come on
man.
now, you know what time it
Unreal.
is.
Yeah, let's push that back over
Right.
there. But shout
Empty
out to all of
cans,
those
dead
guys.
Put me on
bodies in
some
it.
cruises. They even have them
Oh,
all the way down in Atlanta.
Hey,
it's
shout
fire.
out.
They're
It's
so
fire.
good.
Yeah,
They're so
bro,
good. And
shout
shout
out.
out to you guys supporting us. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Thanksgiving. Smash that like button. Get your super chats in. We will read them live. KG, what you got for us?
So shout out to, one second, I had it and lost it. Killer Moth 1532, $10 super chat. Go get yourself a beer, talking shit all year long just to get swept. Y'all been calling frauds all year long. I have. I'm dishing it back. Micah is better than Hutch. Love is better than Goff. Shout out to you, Killer Moth. And hey, they swept them.
Micah been way
They
better
swept
than
them.
Hutch this year.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Nah,
and the thing
I'm
is,
shutting up.
like, we may not have help, but I'm not seeing Hutch win one-on-one. You look at Miles Garrett, you look at Parsons, they're an absolute problem all the time.
that's
Double
true.
team, single team,
I
they're
don't-
getting there, they're pressuring, they're hitting the quarterback, or they're getting home. We got one QB hit today, gentlemen.
That's tough.
That's true.
And it's
Now, what I would put into that equation, Micah Parsons didn't come off a year-ending injury. Hutch, we give Hutch the benefit of the doubt that he is the best.
We did expect him to come back
Yeah.
as the same man.
Yeah.
And it might
You're
take a
right.
full year to do that.
Yes. That's
Honestly,
But
it's
even
fair.
still,
And
he's
you know
been
what?
pretty damn good
Yeah.
still
to be
this
coming
year.
off a year-ending injury, he's
But you
doing
know
a
what?
pretty
I'm
good
going to
job.
give
Yeah,
Jeff
but-
some
but-
points here, all right? Because if you're Brandon Dan and you know you have a guy who's supposed to be the wrecking ball, the catalyst of your defense, and you know
He
he's
has
coming
to do
back
that,
from a
right.
career-threatening injury, maybe this is a year you dial up a guy on a one-year contract to give him some help while he
Right,
comes
right.
back fully. We didn't really talk about that as a network.
And Nancy, but it's just like you got to understand when teams can game plan for one game record, it's a lot.
It makes
it
it
takes
so
a
much
lot off
easier,
their
bro.
plate.
Who's number 2 that
You
they're
see- you see-
preparing for?
now-
Nobody on the first level.
Then you see what the Packers do. They have not only do they have Michael Parsons, but they also have Rashad Gary. So that's 2 people that you have to game plan for.
Oh, yeah.
Now, there's no pressure coming from the Lions' other edge spot. So what did we see today? We seen when
Marcus Davenport?
no, listen. When the Packers
Shout out Mr. Glass.
Listen, and this is serious. When
We
the,
ain't talking Kyrie.
Listen, when
Oh,
the Packers
man.
went shotgun, right, and the ball was snapped, and it was a pass play, what would happen is they would slide the protection and slide
Because you ain't got to worry
Jordan
about the other
Love
side.
away from Hutch. So they're just pushing him
That's
away,
right.
away, and away.
Because
Right.
nothing's coming
It's
from
so-
that other
it's-
side.
listen, it's
only
so-
97 you got to worry about.
No,
Jack,
and even when
and I'm not
Hutch-
making excuses for Hutch, because yes, does he need to play better? Yes,
But he needs some damn help.
exactly.
He does
because
need some
if
help.
you have somebody on that other side, they're not going to just sit there and just slide.
And you
everyone
guys
away
know
from
I
them.
was pretty vocal about they're good.
Right,
I
right.
trust in Dan and Brad. I don't know how much Ahmed Hassanein helps this team. I don't know how much Davenport getting full snaps
Right.
next week, maybe, if he stays healthy, actually helps
But
this
Anson,
team. They've got,
you
listen.
don't put your stock in a 6th-round pick.
No, I feel you. I feel you. This team's never going to draft to fill positions, though. They have a long-term project, and they're going to identify a player they want. And we don't know what Tesla's going to be in 2 years. Right now, we complain about the 3/3 it took to get him.
We complain that he's not out. On
Well,
the
I
field.
hope in 2 years we forget that completely, because I remember Kirby Joseph we used to complain about. We drafted him
People
too
were
early.
complaining, yeah.
No doubt about it. And almost all, I'd say 85% of their projects
Which, by the way, you
turn
missed.
out. What's that?
You miss.
Oh, we missed so bad. And by the way,
Kirby Joseph
what the
doesn't-
hell is
he does
going on
not-
with him? Because
So,
they bring him back into that
listen.
KC game, and then next thing you know, he disappears. But
Listen.
he's disappeared. We haven't seen him anywhere.
Anson.
Hold on. We haven't seen him. They don't really talk about him. There's something weird going on with Kirby Joseph right now.
When you deal with a knee injury, it's super tough, because if you do rush him back out there and it's not completely torn,
Sadly, I know
It will
all
be.
about it.
Yeah.
MCL,
Will be.
ACL,
yeah.
PCL, all
so
torn,
you know,
bro. Oh yeah.
when it's something not right, and I think he's dealing with PCL. I think it's something with his PCL that he's been dealing with.
Yeah.
And anything in your knee when you're dealing with it, especially when you've seen him when he went out, but when he came back in, that's because, well, adrenaline's pumping. He got that shot.
KG, we got any
But
more super chats?
When
No,
it
wait.
calms
Sorry, I
down,
thought you were done there.
when
Keep
it
going.
calms down,
Yep.
it's going to be really restrictive on him, because he's not going to be able to move as well. He's not going to be able to play as fast as you want him to be.
Yeah. Well, and maybe
So-
they're taking
Right.
their time.
They're
I
taking
think
caution.
I think they just taking their
this
time.
team
We'll
takes
get them back in the
lost
next couple
playoffs,
weeks.
but now they're starting to get it's starting to get a little sketchy.
And now
Right.
you have to literally go perfect.
you got to win.
And that's tough.
You
When
gotta,
you
yeah,
have
you gotta.
Cowboys, Rams.
You can't afford too many more
Like
losses for
Pittsburgh.
sure.
You're about to go against the number 1 team in the
a
NFC
lot of good
here.
franchises we faced to finish this year. KG, catch us up on the super
Yep,
chat.
shout out to Bam Bam 714 $5 super chat, all caps. Mock my fucking words. Aleem McNeil would have sacked Love if 71 didn't face mask him, no flag.
Now, listen, that last play,
I've
you saw
already
me
talked
screaming.
about the
That
refs.
was an absolute hold, man.
I've already talked about the refs.
I mean, to be honest with you guys, it's script at the end of the day, but you got to take the refs out the game.
You do.
You got to
I'm
take
sorry.
the refs out the game. There's no excuses.
season
as
is
far
too-
as,
it's too
as far as
important.
executing.
The
you
refs
gotta,
gave-
yeah.
They
refs-
gave us one back at
The
the end of the
refs-
game in the fourth there.
No, listen, the refs gave the Packers 14 points.
They did. They did.
Listen,
14 points.
the false start on the fourth down.
It's on
that's
camera.
great.
It's
That's
on
insane.
camera.
And they say
That's
that they
insane.
called a timeout. Like, well, why were you snapping it then?
No, that's insane.
That, to me, was one of the most egregious. Like, I've been watching that my whole life happen
You're
with the
caught
Packers.
in
Yeah.
4K.
Yeah, I told my guy at the bar, I said, if I catch you with a camera, you're cheating on your wife, bam, you're on camera, I got you all the film. And she says, oh, no, it's not cheating.
Right.
It's not cheating. You're like, what are you talking about?
You tugging her,
Like-
bro. Like,
Like,
I got
like,
you.
I have
Like,
it right here. Do you want to
You know,
see it?
Speaking
Like-
of being caught on camera, you guys remember the story that we actually broke at Woodward of the couple gifting the Jahmyr Gibbs jersey to the young guy in the Joe Dumars jersey
Yeah, I
at
remember
the
that,
game.
yep.
Do you know what the Lions did for that couple today?
What?
They presented them with an Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs signed jersey and 2 tickets to the Super Bowl.
That's
Stop
a great story.
Stop it.
Talk
That's a
about
great story.
giving without expecting anything and being absolutely
They might know the
rewarded
script.
for it.
At the end of the day, they might know the script.
Super cool, honestly. Like when they
I
presented
guess that's
her
one
with the
good thing to
jerseys,
come with today.
Wow.
dude, she couldn't keep it together with the jerseys. They hit her with the Super Bowl tickets, and it was Waterworks. Shout out to the Lions organization, to St. Brown, everybody that did that, and honestly, shout out to the greatest fan base in sports,
Listen,
the Detroit
and
fan
that's-
base, man.
And that's what it.
That's why we're here at Woodward.
All right, listen. The fan base is incredible. We all know we live and die for our Lions. You know, it's all love. Do we want the Lions to play better? Yes. Do we all expect them to play better? Yes. But, you know, at the end of the day, they're still here. They still do a lot of things good for the city as well. So, I mean, it just –
We're passionate.
Don't,
We're passionate. We
don't
don't know.
Tom Gores this out now. We're giving the charity.
No.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Here's a T-shirt.
Right.
Throw that
Right.
motherfucker.
No, I'm just
Let's
saying.
not Tom Gores this out.
I'm just saying it's a good story, you know?
We're passionate. We don't know. We
Let's
don't
not
know
do
what
that.
goes.
Let's not do that.
All right,
No.
listen,
They
I
still
want-
gotta win.
let's talk
Because
about
this game
J-Mo
was
some more.
important.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about J-Mo
This-
some more, all right?
Yeah.
Because he's a lightning rod here in
He's
town.
electric.
Well, he's electric, but he's also a lightning rod. People love to hate on him, even though I think the majority of Detroit fans absolutely embrace this kid. Now, keep in mind,
Okay,
hold on,
everybody loves
Jeff,
J-Mo.
hold on. The extension doesn't kick in until next year, right?
Yeah.
So the things that you want him to do to earn his contract, he doesn't have to do till next year. Today, he got put in that spot.
Yes.
The limelight. You're the number one. And they ran him all kinds of different patterns. They schemed him the ball all over. That play where they audibled, where he scored the last touchdown that he had, I saw a moment of leadership out of him that I was very impressed by. They audibled at the line. They started moving people around, and he's grabbing guys out wide. It's like, no, you here, move up. Next thing you know, he gets the ball, thought he was tackled, breaks that first tackle, touchdown. J-Mo, obviously, I gave him some some shit for that drop. On that 4th down, it was crucial, but I did see so much out of J-Mo today that if this type of thing were to happen, it's a high ankle sprain for St. Brown and we don't have him for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks,
He becomes number one.
this kid,
Yeah.
he becomes number one, but I believe that this kid can. Oh, okay, can we get you in on here?
Hey,
put it
oh,
on,
we
put
got
it
it.
around.
Packers, hey,
We
hey,
got
hey,
a
hey.
cheesehead in the house.
Put
What do you have to say?
take
What
your
do you
hat.
have to say?
Wait, hold on. Take the hat off and then put it over it.
All right, okay.
Here we go.
All
You got it? You got
right.
it?
Yeah.
Packers fan. She's
All right.
Okay.
What's your name?
away from Wisconsin.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Pull that microphone up just a little closer to your mouth. You look
hold on,
fantastic.
hold
And
Right. Now, I know they was
How
making the
many
cheese
times
heads
have
like
you
this
been-
out there. Damn.
You travel? Do you
So-
travel off? Come on, right up here in
Okay,
this
all
space.
right, all
Do you
right.
travel often for the Packers games?
Well, we do it as a family every year.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
First time to Detroit?
Yes.
And what did you think of our city first?
The city was amazing. They were super welcoming. It was great.
Yeah. And now, when you came in here today as a family, as Packer fans, were you confident coming in today?
No,
You weren't.
absolutely not.
And as the game unfolded, how were you feeling?
You know, we were warming up in the second half.
It sounds to me like you guys aren't sold on your team yet.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a long rest of the season.
Yeah?
Yeah. But how good do we look?
You look great. I don't know about the Packers so much. I thought we kind of shot ourselves in the foot, but, are you guys season ticket holders back at home?
No.
No, do you go to some games every year, though, at Lambeau?
Yeah, absolutely.
And talk about the difference in atmosphere there versus here in the city of Detroit.
I would say the fans here are pretty amazing. So they let loose a little bit more in Lambeau, but the fans here were great.
Really now?
Wow.
They let
You
loose
hear
more
that,
in Lambeau
Detroit?
than
Yeah,
Detroit.
yeah.
They let loose
Wow.
a little bit
Yeah,
more.
I mean, people are drinking at 6 a.m.
Oh, well.
Okay.
It's like,
Well,
they come
it is the
straight out
land
the
of cheese
bars
and
to-
beer.
Yeah.
That's for
Right,
sure,
right,
man.
yeah.
That's for sure. Well,
Yeah.
Sarah, we appreciate
Okay.
you joining us so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
You and your
Thank you.
family enjoy your time in
Thank you.
Detroit and get home safe, all right?
Yep.
Shout out to you.
So I got to say, man, like when we first were doing this, 2020.
I love the chat, bro.
Shout out to her. Shout out to
You
her.
know, like,
She has a wedding ring on, but just because there's a goalie, you can't. Doesn't mean you can't score.
Hey, right. Shout out. My boy Care from Atlanta taking the 3 deep.
Taking the Steph Curry 3. No, but back to what Anson said. I feel like J-Mo definitely has to step up. I think when Amon-Ra going down, knowing that Jared Goff has that protection is failing, knowing that people are constantly in his face, especially at Micah Parsons, knowing that Amon-Ra is out, your go-to tight end, Laporta is out. You have to step up. You have to make plays. And I think the box score says that you stepped up, but at the end of the day, you guys didn't get a win. J-Mo had 26 points on fantasy for all the fantasy players.
Yeah, Cam clearly started him today.
Right.
The third time he's brought up the 26 points.
I said
J-Mo owner's been needing that too.
Shout out to
needed.
Stick.
Yeah.
He was so hard on himself first half. He's like, man, I started J-Mo over Dobbs again. He's happy today, though. Shout out to Stick, man.
7 receptions, 144 yards, and a tutty.
I needed Gibbs to step up. I wanted the parlay on one Gibbs touchdown. I said, I needed one Gibbs touchdown.
How you think I feel? I had Amon-Ra anytime touchdown.
Oh,
so,
boy,
yeah, no, that
Gibbs
sucks.
didn't get in today,
It's
did
tough.
he?
It's tough.
Nah, but J-Mo, and once again, these are the things that I was telling you in earlier post games, Answer. Like, the Lions stick behind this kid because they know, like, he's at the heart of it, a team player. Does he make mistakes? Is he immature sometimes? Sure.
He hasn't been immature this year aside from the whole
Right.
post-up.
But ultimately,
celebrations, yeah.
this kid loves football. Like,
Yes, he
he's
does. And
all
he loves
about
his
football.
teammates.
He's a great teammate. And, you know, this is why the Lions decide to stick by people and eventually pay people like this. He stepped up in a big way today. And I understand the drop was at a very, very crucial point. But you can say the same thing about Amon-Ra St. Brown in previous games. So it just sucks because this offense has yet to find the rhythm and consistency that they have been looking for all year long.
Damn year.
And it's like one week you got a run game, the next week you don't.
Yeah.
1 week Jared Goff looks great, the next week it's choppy. Like it's been a
I
tough
just
stretch.
can't wait for both running backs to look good in a game.
very
this
I'm
year.
hit or
trying to
miss.
tell you,
It's very
but the
hit or miss.
complementary football that we've grown accustomed to with this Lions football team, they just have not been able to find it this year, and that's one of the biggest Achilles heels of this team. There's a lot of fingers that you can point. I know everybody looking for, it's this. It's so much blame
Let
to
me
go
provide
around.
a silver lining, and you and I talk about this in basketball all the time. They are going to be healthy for the most part, I think, by the time the playoffs come. And the fact that they've been without this guy here and without that guy there and a few guys on the line at times, they're getting Ragnow back.
Yep.
They should be getting Kirby back at some point. Hopefully St. Brown very soon.
Right. TA came back today. He looked great.
But you got a bunch of guys stepping up. This team still is 7-5, in control of their destiny. If this team gets into the playoffs and you have some of these supporting cast members being able to provide that depth to get you there and then you get your guys back, that's the type of road that I've seen a lot of championships travel down. Specifically, and I don't want to compare them directly because we ain't done shit yet, but all the times that the Patriots and the Packers were counted out, all the times that the Chiefs and the Philly Eagles were counted out, this feels like that moment. The Lions can get healthy in a week or so here and go on a run, catapult themselves at 11, 12, however many wins, but on a streak. And streaking with health into the playoffs, give me a 6-seed Lions. Give me an underrated Lions.
Definitely.
Give me a gritty, pissed off, Dan Campbell-led Lions team in the playoffs instead of sitting back for a week and having the glitz and glamour of having to host a game, the first one-seed game in the history of Ford Field.
Right.
Give them the underdog road.
Definitely.
And watch how they respond.
I think you hit the nail on the head for sure. You said exactly what Dan Campbell said, and he said when everybody is on their slump, we are going to be rising. Mm-hmm. To be honest with you, Bears, Packers, they both have a harder schedule than we do. They have to see each other twice.
Yes, sir.
So that means one of them are going to fall short. Cowboys might be coming up, but I think 6 seed isn't bad. At the end of the day, we still get in the playoffs.
And we play all those teams that we need to beat to help us get there. I know you got some super chats over there. Catch us up, KG.
Yep, shout out to Kenny Powers, $5 super chat. Shout out, Brody.
What an arm on that guy.
Yeah, right. Quandre Diggs was somebody that cleared waivers, and I feel Brad could have brought in
bring that
to
boy
help
back
out.
home.
Especially with
he
all
got
the
a raw
injuries.
deal in the first place. Free Quandre. Let's
Hey,
go,
man,
dog.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, bro.
Not at all.
Especially with all the injuries, but hey, we good from
I'm
him.
still mad about that
Did
move,
he just
dog.
get signed with somebody?
I hadn't
think
heard.
just
He
signed.
Check
might
up
have,
on that
he
while
might
you
have.
catch him on the super chat.
All right, yeah, last super chat in here from Antong Jonaj, whatever. Yeah, sorry
Anton,
if I
don't
butchered.
call him Onsan.
Right, something like that. Detroit four-time Pro Bowler Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement and returning to the Lions. He
Rappelling
has
from the
decided
roof
to
like
retire.
Sting.
Right, like they put the bat signal out and he came. Oh yeah, Seahawks picked him up, but yeah, he was just because he loves the game.
Seattle
Fuck
beat
yeah,
us
so
to it.
he's just happy about Frank Ragnow coming back.
Well, you know, we've been joking around in the Woodward Network team thread, sending around Sting gifs of him dropping from the ceiling. I've heard a lot of talk about the Rams game. Boy, if there's a game that we could use him for, it's that, but I'd love to see him sooner, gentlemen.
I think that he's going to be able to alleviate some things with this offensive line.
Communication,
Yeah,
first and foremost.
First and foremost.
Even if he says touch slow, it's the communication.
If I had a
And-
buzzer, I'd press that boy. Like, no, you on
And get
you on the
a
money.
ding, push up the middle.
Having him back as that kind of calming voice in the locker room, the veteran that you know you can rely on, is going to be able to help Jared Goff in a lot of ways. And once again, shout out Tristan Colon. It was nice knowing you, but I would much rather take a Frank Ragnow that hasn't played 6 months of football, you know, and put him into this lineup. That way you can send Graham Glasgow back to his natural position. That way he can help a young Tate Ratledge, you know. And in a season where you know that Penei Sewell, he's dealing with some things right now. He's probably hurt. And Taylor Decker's been dealing with things all year long. Frank Ragnow is going to be a welcome presence, and I think he does help
What
this
do you
offense.
think the poly market numbers were on Frank Ragnow coming out of retirement a month
Man,
ago?
what? I
You
couldn't
could've
believe
retired.
it. I could not believe it, bro.
You could've
And-
retired, dog.
And once again, like me and Spinny got to go on the apology tour next week because a lot of people, we told a lot of people that, hey, it wasn't happening, bro. Like, it's fool's gold, bro. The man is happy. He done had a kid. He's at home. He's fishing. Like, leave the man alone. He's been through enough. But
Hey, this
he
team's
wants to
4
come back.
games over 500.
He wants to
it
come back.
doesn't happen.
And you getting him
this
at
point,
the best time you could have possibly
hell
gotten.
yes. Hell yes. You excited about that?
Yes.
I know you are. You started the broadcast off with bringing him back.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
no-
Frank was amazing for this team when he was here, so it's good to have him back. He's going to provide them with the ability to run the ball up the middle, and that's something that we've struggled
We've
with
lacked heavily this year.
year.
The balance of the two, you just kind of take away the strength of what Monty brings to this team. And aside from 1 or 2 games this year, he's kind of been a ghost.
Yeah. I mean, even this game, I mean, yeah, he had that touchdown, but still, he's not getting used as much as you would like.
He needs to be a factor,
Exactly.
something that you have to scheme for. And I
You
feel
need-
like
you need that
teams aren't.
1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Definitely. You need that
And-
1-2 punch. And if both of them have a factor in this game, the game definitely shifts. And if you're getting interior pressure, you're not going to be able to make that move. Gibbs was behind the line a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And you had to make those moves. You have to put it in the ball maker's hands. You just it's hard to put all of the pressure on one person to make all of the moves. It's very hard. Even though Gibbs is a key factor in in the league that's just.
But he's not wearing you out.
Yeah.
He's not hitting you. He's not hitting your first and second line, delivering blows. I mean, you saw that run out of bounds where he just leveled that kid.
Yeah, man.
Linebacker put him on his ass, too. And thank God he spun that ball behind him. I thought he was spinning in front of him. He was about to get that penalty. But, yeah. Man.
And shout out, I wanted to highlight a comment, Jesse Adams. This team may not even make the playoffs, man. LOL.
Stop it.
They dug themselves a hole because
there
the
is a
Seahawks
possibility, though. I
and 49ers have a better setup going through. Frank isn't going to fix everything, guys, at Woodward Sports, Anson and KG. And I wasn't saying he's going to fix every single thing wrong with this offense, but you got to admit, like, communication and execution have been 2 big problems with the Lions offense the whole year.
Yeah.
So having a veteran like that come back is going to help this team. Like, you know, hopefully he came back in enough time to where he can actually make an impact, but he's not going to fix everything because, once again, they have to figure out what's stopping us in the run game. The receivers have to be better in terms of catching the football, and Jared Goff, when he's under pressure, he has to perform a little bit better than when we've seen him perform under pressure. That's just
if you
he's
know
making
ball,
the money.
When Willis Reed came back, he didn't even put up any stats, man.
Yeah.
It was about the rally around that guy.
Right.
But what Frank is going to provide, I will double down on it, is that communication in the center of that line.
Yeah.
Now, I believe that he's better than any other option we have physically, athletically. How much he'll hold up over the course of maybe he'll play 8 games, I don't know.
He allows this team to
communicate,
block better,
man.
Everyone's going to block better knowing that Frank Ragnar's
there was a lot of games that I saw, or a lot of plays today where
gonna be fired
the
up for
communication
sure.
was just off, where they just missed. Specifically, early on in that first quarter, there was where the center just kind of flipped it up to Jared, and you could tell they had snapped that ball prematurely. And there was 3 guys on the line that didn't even really get a chance to stand up, got a sack.
Yeah.
That I don't think anybody understands how much the communication from that guy, because the guy on his right and the guy on his left, they're a rookie and a second-year player.
Yeah.
If you know ball, it all starts from the front. It all starts from the O-line. You get your, like everybody said in the past game, our game starts from run, play action.
Yeah.
If you start from the run and you can't run, there's no play action. Jared Goff has people in his face. He can't play action. So it all starts from the front. At the end of the day, Frank is going to make a huge statement for the offensive line. People are going to get shifted. People are going to get moved around. And people are going to get in the right positions that they need to make plays.
And I see people saying, like, we avoiding the Hutch convo. We did talk about Hutch a little bit.
Has to be better.
Yeah, no, he has
might
to be
have finished
better.
the game last week, but otherwise he's been a ghost.
He has to be better. He has to be better. This team, also Kelvin Shepard, and they got to find somebody else that can just get somewhat of a pass rush on the opposite.
When was the
Because
last
if
time
you
we
do
saw
it's gonna
Brian
help.
Branch get a sack? That was a staple a couple years ago.
Yeah.
We don't see a lot of stunts, a lot of
Just going to say the word. Stunts, different, dialing up mixed blitzes.
Yes.
You're not seeing any different looks from all different sides or levels. They're literally leaving 3-4 guys on an island, and you know that literally only 1 or 2 of those guys is worthy of beating a matchup. And Aleem's a run stopper. He's not getting to the damn quarterback.
exactly.
Right.
That's one thing that we do. We stop the run, but they're getting torched on the pass. Jameis Winston torching them on the pass. Jordan Love torching them on the pass. And these are all guys that are run heavy, run quarterback first, pass second. It's just like, what do we do when we stop the run? You're getting torched on the pass. We need to make up for that.
No, this Lions defense is not looking the same as it has looked because earlier in the season, we knew that you ain't going to come and run the ball on this team. Like,
Look how
flat
good
out.
they looked in Philly versus the last 2
This
weeks.
No,
defense
absolutely.
the past 2 weeks have been – that's just –
They getting gashed on the ground a little bit,
it's
but that makes things harder because the
Has to be
secondary was one of your better units on the team because earlier in the year you were getting pressure and getting home. This team was leading the league or one of the top leaders in sacks at one point. But over the last few weeks, this pass rush has not been getting home, and that makes everything harder on your secondary, especially when you didn't have your dogs
When was
at
the
first.
last time we had a sack in regulation?
It's tough, bro. It's
the
tough.
Hutch
That's
got
not in
one
garbage time. That's
overtime?
not in garbage time.
And listen,
The overtime that to end the game last week.
Right.
But other than that,
no, and to
did we even get to Hurts?
the thing with Hutch is like he gets in the backfield. That's never the problem with Hutch. Sometimes you do see the over pursuit still, and that's something that has plagued him his whole career. When we were asking at one point that we want to see Hutch do more, we want to see him hit another level, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, you hating on Hutch." That wasn't the case. We see that he gets in the backfield, but there are some things that he can adjust his game to help him better get to the quarterback. But a lot of times it seems like he's not beating his one-on-one matchup. And it does suck, bro, because you are paying him this money. You need him to be an absolute dog. He is your premier edge rusher, and when he's not getting home, that makes everything harder for everyone else.
Shout out to everybody on Woodward Sports Chat.
Appreciate you, Cam.
Coming from
Shout
Atlanta,
out.
we definitely see you guys all the way down there. I'm from Detroit, and I follow you guys. This is the only only channel that is covering the Lions the right way. I feel like you guys are doing your thing, and I appreciate you guys.
Detroit
appreciate
sports
you, Cam.
by
Yeah.
Detroiters
My
for
dog.
Detroiters, man.
My boy came all the way from Atlanta for this shit, though. Like,
Yeah,
man.
I know. It's
That's
hard to
tough.
see, but, I'm going to spend time with family, soak it up with some good family time.
Could have brought some fucking sun with you, man.
Right.
For real.
I know. It's 70 degrees down in Atlanta, but I don't
He
want
could
to
have
tell
brought some
you
of them
guys
lemon
that.
pepper wings
It's
up here,
like
too,
the
man.
lemon
Yeah,
pepper,
yeah,
lemon
man.
Pepper. But yeah, you guys are doing your thing. Keep it up, and I will keep following you guys. See you guys on the next one.
Appreciate you,
Hey,
Cam.
appreciate
We're
it,
gonna
Cam.
see you guys on the playoffs. We're gonna be in the playoffs.
Appreciate you.
Keep hope alive, baby. Keep hope
Woodward
alive.
Lions post-game show. Shout out to our boy Cam from the ATL. We are here at Gilly's Live. Woodward right next to the iconic Club Blue. Watching as Travis Kelce Pfizer Swift catches a touchdown from Pat Mahomes. Let you get in there, my man.
Eesh. Cowboys next week, man. It's not going to be an easy game.
Oh, that one. So we're down here at Gilly's, guys. We got a little more time with you. Creeping up on our first hour. We're going to be doing calls today, KG, or no?
Oh, yeah, probably not.
We're not doing calls.
No.
So get your super chats in. Smash that like button. We'd love a couple of topics to end the show with. I'll let Jeff Walker lead with his next
I got
concern.
a question, man. What do you want to see this defense do this next week to get over this 2-week period where they've kind of given up
Get
a lot of
creative.
points.
Get creative
a lot
to get to the
of, a lot of
quarterback,
pass yards,
man.
a lot of touchdowns.
Like we don't have the personnel to win 1-on-1, 4-on-5.
Because you are going against another good offense next week.
Absolutely. We've got a tough schedule, man. I mean, from week 1 to week 18, for me, it comes down to the doppelganger, man. Your boy over there. He's got to dial up some creative blitzing packages because for 2 weeks in a row, we've seen Jameis Winston operate with impunity, just absolutely comfortable. And then the same thing for Jordan Love today. Like, you've got to make these guys uncomfortable. I'm tired of the narrative being Jared Goff can't handle pressure. No quarterback can really handle pressure.
Right.
So let's dial some up and figure it out a way than other, just to put it all on the back of Hutch. Stunts, second level, corner blitzes, whatever you've got to do. Let's see Brian Branch get to the quarterback once this year.
Yeah, I do want to see a lot more stunts. I want to see a lot more movement on that defensive line. Allow Hutch to kind of get creative in the way you move him around as a pass rusher.
Right.
Guys on an island all game.
Yeah, create more confusion within that defensive line.
Yep. And
That's what I want to see.
I'll push back just a tiny bit. I have seen Shep this year, just over a whole sample size. He has tried to mix up some of the blitzing. I have seen him use stunts, maybe not as much as he needs to. But overall, like, if you're sending more than 4 people and you're still not getting home, that's where the problems lie. And too many times, I have seen the Lions blitz. I have seen them send 5 or maybe even 6 people. But if you're still not getting home at that point, then you got a problem.
Have you felt like it's been less of that, though, the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, I would say so.
Because the first half of the season, I felt like I was seeing stuff coming from every direction.
Right.
The last 3 weeks, it seems very stale, very predictable.
It could be, that you don't have safeties back there that you can trust. So that could play a big part.
Branch a little dinged up. No Kirby since week 5.
Right.
Now, I don't necessarily want to see, linebackers blitzing or safeties blitzing. I want to see confusion within that defensive line.
All the time.
I want to see the defensive tackle, kind of clear a lane for Hutch to come right through the middle. You see the Packers did that a lot today for Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
And we saw a lot of that, honestly, from the Vikings in that loss, man. The Vikings were brilliant, dialing up blitzes from every direction. I don't think Goff or the offensive line knew where it was coming from. They do play that umbrella scheme, where they just don't let anything behind them. And listen, with the Lions dealing with the injuries that they're dealing with, the offensive weapons aren't there. This is different from last year. We lost our defense last year. We had no problem scoring points. But now, again, ad nauseum, no Laporta, but then you add no 14 in?
Yeah.
Come on.
And we got to see what the injury is going to look like for St. Brown. Because
hope it's not high ankle.
Yeah, right. If it's a high ankle sprain, he's going to be gone for a few weeks.
Till January.
Yeah, that's...
Which That is not going to be
It's
good.
not a winning proposition for sure. We need to see what's going to happen with him first. Hopefully you can start to get some people back because Graham Glasgow also didn't play in this game. Going forward with Frank coming back, you will push him back to guard. I think that does help you in a lot of ways, him going back to his natural position. But, yeah, defensively they got to figure this thing out, man, because you not getting pressure on quarterbacks is really, really costing this team. And I know, guys, we're good. I know the jokes. But for half a season, Brad Holmes was right in that regard. You did have, people stepping up and making plays, but now it's kind of gone dry.
Just disappeared.
And you're going to have to find new ways to create that pressure
When's the
and
last
get
time
after
we had a damn
quarterback.
turnover?
It's been a minute. But you missing Kirby Joseph. He's a good source of your
machine,
turnovers.
Honestly, we've
right there.
seen a lot of times where that ball is kind of just floating through the air.
Man,
And
Kirby,
it seems like
how about
Kirby
that
you
would
had
be
ball
in
today?
right now.
That
if you had Kirby, it would have been an interception 100%.
Last week especially, that was driving you
100%.
nuts.
It was driving me insane. But, no, you are right. That fumble, that
That
was
one, now
such
listen,
a lucky
you
bounce.
finally, I mean,
Even
Such a
earlier in
lucky
the
bounce.
season, you were getting more hutch punch outs as well, and that's
yeah,
kind of
because-
dried up.
It's because he was able to.
the strip sacks have
He was
been-
able to get there.
Yeah.
And right now, he's not able to get there. And it's a tribute to, yes, Hutch does have to win.
But
more,
we not good.
But it's also
we not good.
They're sliding
when
away
it comes
from
down to pressure. We not good.
Yeah.
Period. Right now,
Yeah.
and you don't have the back end support from the secondary that was totally healthy early on in the season. That you saw this defense just looked dominant on both sides.
And Anson,
and
can I say something?
I don't think that we're good enough anywhere outside of our secondary. If they're not healthy, every other level suffers.
It does, because now Kirby Joseph would lead to a lot more coverage sacks.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help you out already. But Anson, Davenport didn't play well today.
Dude, Davenport.
But I could have swore they told us that he
Emmanuel
was the
Mosley
answer.
and Daniel or
He was the
Marcus
answer, was he
Davenport.
not?
I will never understand their fascination with those two players.
I want to honestly at this point I want to see Hassanen.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
I
I
all
want to
do,
see
brother.
I want to see somebody that is just has energy, just has it factor of I'm gonna just keep on going until I literally cannot go anymore.
Listen,
And
if I'm Marcus
and I think I
Davenport-
feel like I've seen a lot of times where
I mean,
Davenport just kind
technically
of
he
gave
has
up.
done that.
But bro,
I
listen,
feel he
he's
just
going
gave
till
up.
he can't
and
go
I
no
agree.
more.
He
If
doesn't
I'm
get there, he just gives
Davenport,
up.
the shit that I've taken in this town and the second, third, fourth chances that this regime has given me, I'd be out there throwing my life away
Man.
trying to get to the damn quarterback.
Wouldn't you?
100. I don't even get
I mean,
it.
you're
Like,
getting paid
cut
and you
the
haven't been
man.
able.
Give him his papers. Let him go.
Right.
Get somebody in here hungry because when he's out there, like,
I need somebody hungry. I want somebody
He
that
doesn't- it
actually
don't seem like him.
has, we call it grit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see somebody that has some damn grit out there.
Did you feel like the Lions had grit today? I felt like they did. I
They
felt like
did- they did
didn't
in
give
drives.
Up. They didn't
Yeah,
give
they
up.
They didn't give up, but
You know,
it's partially though because
this
it's
game
not.
could have ended up like
It's
last week.
50-50. It's
we
not
could
all
have
the way
ended up
there.
in OT, right?
It's not all the way there.
Yeah, no, they didn't go out there and quit and lay down. Like, no, they definitely did that. But once again, it's just they got to be smarter out there. And from a coaching standpoint, you also have to find ways to make this shit look better because offensively, it's been a calamity of errors, bro. Like I said, you can point the finger at so many different things on offense. Defense is kind of recent because, to be honest with you, they've relied on the defense over the last few weeks.
Yes,
but
you are
this is
right.
what I was saying about 2 or 3 weeks ago. When you keep putting your defense in these situations and you keep
Eventually they'll
sending
fail.
them out on the field drive after drive, the offense coming up with no points. Like, that shit takes a toll
It's
on your
not-
defense.
it's on
And
your
they are
offense at that
starting to
point.
get tired. They are. Luckily, the offense did respond today because it was trending that way again. Like, it looks like your defense is going to have to save you in this
KG,
one.
let me double down on that. At the end of the game, after J-Mo catches that screen pass, breaks the tackle, and scores, Lions get the ball back, 4 straight runs.
Yeah.
Give the ball back.
Yeah.
Where's the creativity? And I know that,
And
that
Anson-
Ben's gone, but listen, like so much is being put on your boy, Brad. But I got to be honest, man. I think that Dan's getting a free pass for 3 straight weeks because of the first week of success he had
Well, he's
taking
not
over
getting, he's
play
not getting a
calling.
pass from me.
Okay, that's fair because I'll be
we-
honest with you, bro. Like if
we've
this,
seen
these
it.
last 3
Yeah.
weeks, if it was Johnny Moore, everyone would have the hook for him.
And
yeah.
honestly, we love the decision for them to run the ball in that situation, but I didn't love the play call of the run.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
like that you have Jahmyr Gibbs on the side of Jared Goff.
That's what it was,
It
yeah.
limits the explosiveness. It limits his speed. You want to have him, give him
100%.
Yeah,
a rush, like give him a little
Right.
start.
If you
know,
weren't
give
gonna
him that
have,
ability.
if you weren't gonna have Monty on that particular down, if you wanted to run Gibbs, that's fine. But you got to do it from single
But
back,
even
heavy
then-
set.
But
Like,
even then, Monty, like that's still tough for a running back to
No,
to
for
break
sure.
that tackle.
But to
you
your
don't
point-
see Derrick Henry break that tackle, so it's like we have to call the right play in that situation.
Right.
But then, Anson, moving forward, it's we've struggled with this in the past, especially the first, second year is when is going for it too much.
Well,
Because
hey, man,
Today you went for it and you bit yourself in the foot.
yeah, and
and
the
it
Philly
cost you
game
a
as well,
loss.
man. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, I get analytics and I get the style of ball that Dan has crafted here in Detroit. And
Yeah.
you watch teams emulating it. But at the same point, especially the Philly game, Philly's not scoring 20 points here, all right? We're not trying to win a track meet. We need points on the board. And Thanksgiving at home,
And this was a track
Packers,
meet.
that's to me
Well,
that's a
it was.
point on the board game.
Couldn't nobody get a
You
stop.
got to take those points on the board against a team that has one of the better defenses.
Exactly.
And that struggles to have game-breaking plays. I thought that the Lions, through the first, however 8 games of the season, as much as we made about the assistant coaches and the change of scheme that would result out of it,
Yeah.
I think we kind of threw the the mat over the puke, right? Because we got a Bengals team, and we got a slumping, no defensive Baltimore team, and everything seemed to work. Offense seemed like it was everything that it used to be, and the defense seemed like it was this new juggernaut. And now teams have had some film. Realistically, the Vikings put out the best film on how to stop this offense out there.
Yeah.
And a terrible offense led by J.J. McCarthy that looks so bad right now. They were able to beat us because they understood how to beat this offense. Now you've got teams understanding that. But then on the other side of it, the defense, it's just not working the way it was early on. And so now you've got your offensive coordinator's had his duties taken from him, and your defensive coordinator who's struggling to find a way to adjust as he starts to get healthy again. This can be resolved, but it could also result in them not making the playoffs if these assistant coaches and Dan Campbell can't figure this shit out.
Yeah,
And I'm going to be honest with y'all. As Lions fans, you shouldn't feel 100% that this team is going to make the playoffs because literally
It's
one
okay
more,
to have concerns
if
at this
there's
point, for
literally
sure.
one more loss, it's generally like
There's
you're not
three.
Yeah, no, you
Just
can't
say the
afford.
3 letters.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, come on.
I'm not going to say
That's
that.
what you're
but-
talking about, though.
No, but
If the Lions don't make the playoffs,
do you expect them to make the playoffs
What are they?
every single year?
I'm not saying SOL.
Okay.
So I already told you.
I bet some of you at home will call them that.
My definition of SOL is different, like from other people's. To me, it's like subjective how you view SOL. To me, it's from organization.
And
It's
they
an
look
organizational
different.
thing.
Drafting, developing, all of
Yeah,
that
like,
stuff.
yeah,
but
no,
if
I'm not
this
going
team,
there.
If this
But-
fucking roster misses the playoffs, it isn't any more SOL.
But it
I
would-
don't think that happens.
But it would be a massive disappointment if they don't make the playoffs. Like,
No,
and we know that.
disappointment.
And we know that.
It's a firing opportunity.
Yeah, I'm
Now, I'm not
going
talking
that
about
far
Dan
either.
or Brad, but
Yeah,
there's
okay,
been people
all
who are going
right.
to lose their jobs
And honestly,
if they
I
don't
don't
make the playoffs.
I don't think Kelvin Shepard should have his job in question because for majority of the season
He's
been
been
great.
lights out,
But
bro.
he's
And
got to
when
adjust
he's been
at this
lights out.
point.
Oh no, Anson.
Got to adjust.
When this defense was absolutely shutting down teams, your offense was your offense
Well,
didn't
they
show
were
up,
kind of the
and
catalyst.
they didn't give it to you.
Well,
So now it's
they were
kinda
dominating
flip-flop
time
now.
of possession. The Lions last month, time of possession, they can't even pronounce that shit.
Yeah, they.
Like the running game
They
isn't
still don't know
working,
what that is.
defense isn't shutting them down. I mean, honestly, like 1 3 and out
And
for
those
the
are the
Packers,
recipes for
and it
Jared
wasn't
Goff to
until
be
the end of the
successful.
4th quarter. Like 3 and out is something that we've been able to put teams to over and over again in that first half of the season. I'm not worried about this team. We are making the playoffs. I still see this team playing in February. But the defense today, all of a sudden, after last week, becomes a major concern for me. And I didn't think that was going to happen.
Because it's looked bad 2 weeks in a row, and that's something that you don't want to be.
And it's not,
that's a trend you don't
who
want
are
to
they
be
missing
on.
besides Kirby? Because we actually got healthy. We got DJ back last week.
Yep.
Get Terry on back this
Yep.
week. These guys are supposed to be the playmakers. The guys that turn the tide to make us shut down teams like we were.
Now you see that we're missing. We should have made a move during the trade deadline. That is where we're at.
There's a guy named
trade should have been
a guy
made
in
to
Philly
bring
that would
somebody
look
here.
real good in blue, man.
And there's even is that the Ravens that got Tremont Jones from the Titans for a 5th round pick? Like he could have came here, he could have really helped this team out.
He could have, for sure.
But you didn't pull the trigger. And it sucks.
Brad loves his 5th and 6th round picks.
But it's
Jeff.
it's okay to be critical and say Brad Holmes missed an opportunity.
No, for sure. Right.
And it's okay to say that yes, this team does miss Kirby Joseph because he is probably the second most important player on this defense.
All right, guys, we got about 15, 20 more minutes with you. We're going to get these guys home for Thanksgiving. We are at Gilly's live post-game in-person party here for the Lions Thanksgiving unfortunate loss to the Packers. KG, Jeff, my name is Anson. Again, I got to go to the game, guys, and I got to talk about something that Lions fans are super-duper petty about, and I love it. 2 years later, every time Skipper is declared eligible, the whole of Ford Field cheers and applauds, man.
Goddamn right, man.
So petty. I love our fans.
And you got that team next week.
You do, and that game is not going to be
And you were already
an easy
screwed
game,
by the
bro.
refs this week.
Like,
so.
That's the segue as we watch them here,
Right.
having their customary Thanksgiving home game.
And I tell you what, it's
trail 14-10 with 10 left in the second here.
They're not going to get any calls in this game.
Oh, you know it. You know it. And it's
Not
crazy because
against
they
this guy.
actually come in here.
Not
but
against that guy
Yeah,
there.
they're coming here. all
Yeah,
right?
for
It's
the
been
first
like
time in a decade, it seemed
feels
like.
So hey, I'm on board with you. I don't like to make it about the refs unless we're talking about the New York Peasants getting over us last year. But
And they did screw us today a little bit. I ain't gonna
they
lie.
did, certainly. But listen, that's America's team versus America's new team. Do you guys think that we're going to be talking about the refs next
my
Thursday?
God. Can I? I just want to say something.
Go ahead, brother.
You see how Patrick Mahomes threw that ball when he's getting hit?
Yeah,
I just want to see Jared Goff do that too.
you're not going to see it, bro.
Why can't I see it?
We got to stop
He's a little
asking
too
this
petty
guy.
to be throwing balls like that, man.
Just like Spinny during the watch party, he was like, I want
Can
him
I
to
just
be
get a
Superman.
spiral? Can I get a
I
spiral?
want him
No,
to
no,
be
no.
Superman.
call a
He's not
hybrid
going to
arm
be
right
Superman,
there,
y'all.
man.
We
Jared
got
Goff
what we
ain't got
got.
one of those.
We got what we got,
Just
unfortunately.
let it go,
And
though. At some point,
it
just let it go.
sucks that all these things are, starting to pop up, and you're in literally like the last few weeks of the season.
That's when you have high expectations.
You
the
took
microscope comes out, man. This team's still 7-5, a record that generations of Lions fans would have prayed for each and every Thanksgiving, gentlemen.
for sure, but we had also seen the Lions, have a good start to the year and then collapse at the end too. That's nothing new, in terms of our past.
So this team can collapse now, but come playoffs,
You got to start. You got to get them in now because, like you said, you can't afford any more losses at this point.
Yeah.
In terms of the NFC, to me, the division is out the window, and that's okay.
I think that's fair.
You don't necessarily need the division, but in terms of these last few playoff spots being open to, a plethora of teams right now, you got to start getting some wins under your belt, and you got to figure out some shit very quickly.
And they have to beat the Bears. They have to beat
No,
the
that's a
Vikings.
must-win.
Because
That's a must-win.
if
not
you
a
don't
maintenance
beat the
game
Bears,
like we thought, huh?
Yeah.
if you don't beat the Bears, you're giving them the
Shit,
opportunity
the
to get in
Cowboys is
before
a
you.
must-win now. The Cowboys game is a must-win.
Listen,
Yeah, every
listen.
game is a must-win.
If you give the Packers 2 games, you give Ben Johnson a game winner at the end of the season over the Lions, and you go out to L.A. and lose to Stafford, maybe this team doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs.
There will be riots.
Yeah, no, for real. And
But,
then at that point we can start having some different conversations. But
I did
No,
see
go
someone in the chat say the Lions are going back to 10 more losing seasons.
All
That
right,
is not
y'all.
happening.
All right,
That
all
is just
right,
not
all
happening,
right.
okay? Seriously,
They
this,
would
this
had they
team will
given
not
up
let that
3 of
happen.
their first-round picks for the trade du jour that everybody wanted.
But listen, this is where we're really gonna see what Brad and Dan are made of. Like it was never gonna be linear growth. I know it looked like that for a long time, but there was going to be adversity at some point. And now it is getting tougher because not only just are you dealing with things in season, you look ahead and they got some decisions to make at the end of this season in terms of who are you going to keep. There's a lot of names that are free agents. Jared Goff's going to need to get restructured. And then you're going to have to see a different looking Lions team going forward 2026 and beyond. So it's not getting any easier.
No.
You know, the longer that this goes, that's why it benefits you to get this shit done as quickly as you can in terms of lifting that Super Bowl trophy. But they got some things to deal with. They got to figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, so Cowgirls come to town. Got 7 days, and then they get the half bye, as they call it. Could be just what ails this team. They get another home game against an opponent that we've kind of owned a little bit lately in the Dallas Cowgirls, a team that I think that we can beat. It would be nice to see Kirby out there, but I still think even without him, I think that we can contend with CD and Pickens, and we can get a W. Then 10 days off. But before that, I need to hear where you guys are. Next Thursday, home game.
It's a must-win.
Well, of course. Of course it's a must-win. You can't go 7-6.
And I want to see this team improve on what we're
I want
saying
predictions.
is ailing them right now.
Predictions. What's
I want to
happening?
see them. Score?
You don't got to go right to the score. How do you see the game evolving? What do you see happening? And who do you see ultimately coming out on top?
That offense got to get it together in short order because
I
it's
want
going to
this-
become a shootout
Y'all
type
worried?
of game
I want
with
this-
the
Y'all worried?
Cowboys.
Listen, I want this run game to be dominant. I want them to be dominant from the start of the game to the end of the game. I want this run game
Both
to
guys
be dominant.
creative.
Both guys.
Yeah, creative touches. I mean, today, the running game, it only worked because you got Jahmyr Gibbs. Nothing was creative and exciting for me. It was the short-level passing game that they dialed up some creativity.
Right.
Run game is desperately in need of some inspiration.
If you can stay ahead of the chains, this is how this team wins games.
Used to.
You
They
control
stay
the time
ahead of the games.
because you don't want to
all
get
the
into a
time.
shootout with a team like the Cowboys. You
Not
don't
really. Now the way we
Because-
look right now.
Trying to tell you.
exactly.
Especially without St. Brown.
Not with their weapons. So you don't want to do that. So you have to control the time of possession. And this defense, I want to see this defense get a little bit more creative. Within that defensive line, you got to find ways
Run
to
game and blitz game have
listen,
to be creative.
sometimes you just have to find ways to manufacture hutch
Pressure,
pressures.
pressure
hutch
and
sacks.
yards.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that because
Okay.
you see Micah Parsons did it today. So why can't the Lions do that? Why can't Hutch do that?
Yeah.
They have to.
They
have
got
to
to
get
put
it
a
done.
Hutch in a different positions to succeed.
I just want to see him move around a little bit. He's just on the edge the whole game,
On an
isolated
island, man.
down there on the
On a
side.
damn island.
You got to move him around. Get a little creative.
Lions or Cowgirls? Give me a score.
Lions. I'm going to go with Lions. I'm going to go 28 to
Not as confident.
28 to 17.
Not as confident putting up those
28 to
high
17.
Lions totals like we used to be. Huh?
I know, right? Crazy.
Where are you at?
28-17.
But it's unfortunate. I think this offense is going to be on them to win this game against the Cowboys because it's just they're the type of team it's going to turn into a shootout. You just know it.
But I want to see this defense make some
No,
turnovers.
and I agree with everything you said defensively, and I do expect the defense to look a little better, but with a potent Cowboys offense like they have, I can already see, like, the offense is going to have to show up. They're going to have to put points on the board whenever they get opportunities, and like you said, it has to be the run game. We all know the run game has been sorely missed. Last week you had a lot of Gibbs home runs that kind of alienated that. But overall, the run game has to get back to being consistent over 4 quarters of football, and we just have not seen that for quite some time. And receivers, ante up. If you have Amon-Ra back, that is great. If you have Frank Ragnow back at that point, that is great. But if you don't, you're still expected to go out there and make some things happen. And you're going to, like I said, this is going to be a battle of points. Whoever can get the most points is going to win this one, dog. And
That's how it normally works.
yeah, I know, right? But I just mean in terms of like just when you get the opportunities, you have to execute.
So what will those points be?
I think they have to get into the 30s to win this game. I'm going to say 35-31 Lions.
Yeah, I like that 34-31 Lions because it's a must-win game. Oh, and this team doesn't dump back-to-back games. They still haven't done it in a long, long time. This one hurt, and it really hurts on Thanksgiving. I've had this taste in my mouth on Thanksgiving so many more times than I care to admit. But I do think that the Lions get it right next week. Although there's some concern. It seems like some teams have been taking revenge upon us. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean,
Kansas City.
We've owned the Packers. We've owned the Packers in the past
Minnesota.
few years.
Yeah.
Bears are going to be looking forward to us in Week 18.
That's what happened when you
and I'll
dog
tell you,
teams out.
Dallas is chomping at the bit to see us again. I expect a lot of fireworks in this next game, a lot of chippiness. Both teams need this game bad. I mean, if Dallas loses, they're going to be 5-6-1. They will need that game. Otherwise, their season's over. If they win at 6-5-1, they're still going to need that game every bit as bad as the 7-5 Lions team.
Yeah.
That tie between the Cowgirls and the Packers really kind of throws a wrench into all of the prognostications.
If you're the Lions, it doesn't help you.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so no, it just sucks. But this is what happens when you dog teams out over a long stretch of time. People want their get back.
Yes, sir.
And listen, the Lions are good now. Nobody's going to apologize for you. Pick yourself up off the mat and figure it the hell out, man. Dan Campbell, he says it every week, even in wins. They got shit to clean up. And boy, do they got shit to clean up.
They got a lot of shit to clean up.
So, and if Dan Campbell is the coach I believe him to be, they will get this shit right, and they will look better against Dallas because we all know the haven't lost back-to-back games in 3 years is still alive.
Yeah.
But for how long?
This is beyond motivation
Yeah.
at this point, KG, because I don't think that he fails to motivate this team. And at this point in their evolution, like, do you need a rah-rah speech to play like the champions you want to be, that you see yourselves as? It's not about inspiration. It's about execution come next Thursday, man.
Yeah, for sure. And in terms of play calling and stuff like that, you know, maybe there could be some truth to is Dan Campbell overloaded right now, but you don't have a lot of options. Like, you're not going back to John Morton at this point as the primary play caller. At least I don't believe. So, hey, you got to utilize what's available to you and go out here and just scheme up this game to the best of your ability.
Who do you guys miss more, AG or Osama Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson for sure.
That, you know, I honestly thought it was going to be the other way around for
so
me.
easy.
And at this point, coming out of week 12, 13, like, man, it just we lost a brilliant guy that understood how to pull all the strings of this mighty offense, and they don't look so mighty anymore.
He's a damn good coach. I feel like Calvin Shepard he's actually performed really well.
There's only about
so
2 or
far.
3 games that I'd hold against him.
This game and the
Last
game,
week.
Yep, last week.
Damn Giants.
Those are too tough. But you know what? And it's also this defense is missing a lot more than what the offense is missing.
Well, but
It's come that way now.
AG never had a defense like this personnel-wise.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, but now it's like now your offense is starting to take, some injuries. Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra now.
So is it 2 offensive linemen, or is it an offensive coach, or is it a combination of both? Because we get one of those offensive linemen back, but it really starts to seem like Dan has these trick plays. I'm not sure he knows or has the gut of the timing to call them. Because some of the trick plays I saw today, they were the worst timed trick plays ever.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Like the fake punt 2 weeks ago?
KG, was it?
What?
Or did Jared Goff just drop the ball?
Oh, no,
I just think he dropped the ball.
Oh, he absolutely dropped the ball.
I'm going to go back and watch the film.
But that wasn't the only trick play today.
I see somebody streaking downfield.
How do you feel about that fake punt? How do you feel about that fake punt in Philly?
I'm going to go
I'm talking about
and
this
watch
game.
the film.
I'm talking about this game.
I just
This
don't
game.
think
Boy,
that Dan
y'all not ready
understands.
next week. Jeff coming in here with all the facts that y'all better be ready, bro.
Hey, man, when I first walked into Gilly's,
if
he
I
was
see
bad.
one receiver open down, my boy Jeff making threats.
He just dropped it. It's like turkey leg, grease, butterfinger. Like, he just dropped it. It's like, dang, I really hope
botched
nobody.
it.
I'm telling you, if somebody
man.
was downfield and they were covered, I apologize. I will.
I look forward. I know
they're
he's going to break
when
it
I
down.
watch
too.
this film,
He's going to come in.
if I watch this film and somebody's open,
He'll be in on Monday
that's
like
y'all
that.
ass. You hear me? Jeff is not playing, man.
All right,
Shout
guys,
out.
we are down to our last 10 minutes here on the show. Please smash that like button. Get your chats in, super chats. I'm sure KG will keep an eye out for the good ones. If you don't have the money to throw that super chat in, but if you do throw in that super chat, we will be sure to read it. Next week, home game, second best for the pregame, and of course, the watch party and the postgame. We will be right here at Gilly's. This spot is hot. 2 levels, amazing food, all kinds of different drinks. Beautiful Cosmo drinks. Like they will turn it up for you. Got the outdoor patio, the upstairs private room you could dial up for you and your crew. Of course, our sponsors will be here supporting us as well. Jars and Gold Crown and Loom and the Sun Cruisers will be in effect. Please get your last thoughts in on today's game. If you want to give us some breakdowns or predictions for the Cowgirls game, get them in. Again, you got a last few minutes of the show here. All 3 of us believe in this team to win next Thursday at home against this Cowgirls team, right?
Yes, sir.
11-5?
They have
or
to.
11-6, 10-7. Where are you guys at on this team finishing? Can they get to 12? They got to win out to get there, right?
So, yeah, I mean, you went out, you'd be 12-5. That's a lot better position than if you drop one. If you drop one,
Sure.
now it's.
I think 11-6
Things
still
get
gets you
scary.
into the playoffs.
Yeah,
Things get
sure.
scary.
10-7, you might see some teams pushed out. And
Yeah, 7. I'm telling you
10
right
and
now,
7 is the
if this
death number,
team
bro.
has 7 losses, they're not making
if
the
you're
playoffs.
9-7 going into week 10, or excuse me, week 18 against a 10-win Chicago Bears team, and your lifeline is beating
beating
Ben
them,
Johnson and the Bears, that's something that
that's must see.
I won't envy our hosts throughout the week leading up to that game.
That'd be must see, wouldn't it?
Not
You
so
know the league
That's
wants that.
That's
They do.
exactly
You
what.
know the
That's
NFL wants
exactly
that.
what they
I
have
would
it for.
Put
too.
your money, go to Polymarket or wherever they do the weird bets. I guarantee you, week 18, Bears Lions getting flexed. That's for certain. Not a maintenance game. KG
thought,
and I were
hey.
talking about. Hey, I
Hey,
was in
man.
agreement, man.
Yeah, I know,
We
man.
thought that'd be a maintenance game. Sit your starters, not so much.
It's been a season, to say the least,
No,
bro.
not
It's
this
a lot
team.
of ups and downs.
Yeah, this team is beyond just now. They can just be comfortable. They're uncomfortable.
they're not.
This is uncomfortable timing right now.
And that's what happens when the target's
pressure
on
is
your back.
on.
But
The
the
pressure is
target's on
on.
their back, man. 2-time defending North champs. You get, well, at the start of the season, one of the hardest schedules out there. And as we've seen them go through it, it has been a very, very difficult schedule. But this is what happens when you play yourself into the lead. This is a team that everyone's chasing. And, you know, KG, you and I talked about it on E&E before the season started. I know that Dan Campbell talked about and referenced how they were in a track meet to be the number 1 seed.
Yep.
And they put it all out there to be 15-2. And I told you guys, like, they're going to reserve a little bit. Don't get upset when this team hits a lull. Worry about this team come end December, January.
Yeah.
And that's, unfortunately, after today, that's, oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
Big old
there he
touchdown
is.
there. Is that the coach's son there? Oh, no, Malik Davis with a big touchdown run for the Cowgirls.
That's huge.
They're going to take the lead up 16-14 on Kansas City here with 3 left to play in the first half. Lions post-game show. It's a heartbreaker right now. KG, Jeff Walker, my name is Anson Wells. Woodward Sports here. We are down at Gilly's. Final thoughts, gentlemen, before we let everyone get back to their families and hopefully as thankful of a Thanksgiving as they can
My
have.
final thoughts is that plate, man. I'm hungry as hell.
I'm hungry too.
I'm ready
I'm
to
double
go,
down on
man.
that.
Fuck this shit.
Is that what we talk about? We all talk about food right
I'm
now?
on my Dan Dickerson.
think I've
Fuck
been-
this post game. Fuck this post
I
game.
don't think I've ever ate this late on a Thanksgiving. So.
Man, what? I'm sick
little,
right now.
you
The
mean?
wifey
like,
done
no,
called.
this late.
Oh, late. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I'm
My
starving,
wife gonna cuss
Marvin.
you out. She already done called twice, so I already know.
All right,
So
so we
now
got-
I'm finna pass the blame. I'm in pass the blame
right.
mode now.
Hey,
so
you heard
hey,
it.
it's Anson, dog. Like
One thing I'm
Anson,
gonna
hold
say.
us up.
One
Ms.
thing I'm gonna say
Kentucky
before we
Green
get out
want
of
to
here.
send us host. We're gonna get these
Yeah.
last thoughts and get out.
If the Lions past 2 weeks have not been able to get a lead first and maintain that lead throughout the whole duration of a game. So now I need them against the Cowboys. I want to see them score first and keep the lead.
Exert
Keep
their will.
Keep the pressure
What we
on.
saw from them all year last year, what we
Keeping-
saw from the first half of them this year,
Allow
exert
this
your
run
damn
game,
will.
Allow this run game to be dominant. That's how you're going to win this game. You control the time of possession. You get a lead. You keep the lead the whole game. That's the keys to victory.
Is Frank Ragnow out there?
I think so.
You think so?
I think absolutely 100%. It's going to be go time. It's go time right now.
KG, talk about Thanksgiving. Give me a prediction. Frank Ragnow out there next week on Thursday? Or are we waiting until L.A.?
I sure hope so. I think more realistically probably L.A., but I don't know. If this was brewing, I think that they maybe, had a pulse on this a few weeks back, and he's been working out, and he's in great shape right now.
This didn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
And in fact, he's kept in shape all year.
Yeah, so I hope it's next week, but if not, I'm not sweating it. Just, hey, get him back for the Rams game.
No doubt. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't think this is the SOL year. All right, I know that
You
people
sure? Because you keep teasing it.
No, well, listen.
What does this look like?
This felt like
Come on.
SOL today. I mean, being in that stadium for the first time in a decade, seeing it full, shocked at how full and raucous it was, and then watching them just never be able to put their stamp on the game.
All right.
They haven't really been able to put their stamp on this season. And that's not because I don't think they can't. I believe they will still. I think that Ragnow is a big part of that. They get their Willis Reed back. I hope it happens next Thursday here in Detroit. I hope that he doesn't have to make that reappearance out in L.A., but wherever it is, we will take him, and I think that it will mean the world to this team.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Your Lions will be in the playoffs. What seed and on the road, I don't know.
Right.
But I'm not worried to the point where I don't think we're going to be seeing these guys play in January. And I think that this is kind of the test where these guys have been riding such a high for the last 2 seasons. Where, again, that target's on their back, schedule is set up against them, some injuries, they figure it out. Other guys step up and contribute. And now, instead of a ragtag, falling apart offensive line and no defense, you enter the playoffs healthy. Weathered, experienced, tested.
Yeah.
And I think that suits this team. I think that this team will handle business next week. They get 10 days off after that. Don't count them out. The Lions will find themselves, Detroit. On behalf of Jeff Walker making us look so damn good, my man who needs to get home, KG.
I'm thankful for y'all, man. And
I'm
this
so thankful for
this
you, bro.
shitbag show that we put together.
Come over here.
That
Come
my
over
man
here and hug
stayed
me,
for
man.
the for
Get
the
over
whole.
here, bro.
My man
Love
stayed
you,
for the
man.
whole show, but this shitbag show that we
Thanksgiving.
got. But no, I'm thankful for y'all. Thankful for everybody that joined us. You could be anywhere in the world if you was right here with us, man.
That's
We
right.
appreciate y'all.
That's right. You guys all enjoy your families. Get home safe. If you're by yourself, enjoy yourself and be thankful. We're so lucky to all be here. We're so thankful for Woodward, and we're thankful for our Lions. 7-5, but we win it next week. Fuck the Cowgirls. Happy Thanksgiving. We out.